But here at Glenwood Springs, well, right here's the spring. It's the hot spring. And even though as beautiful as it is, it's more touristy than I thought it was going to be. So it's not really what I anticipated it on it to be. Some kind of, All right guys, welcome back to the channel. As you've seen yesterday, we was in Glenwood Springs. Glenwood Springs we thought was actually going to be a pretty nice location. It turned out to be more of a tourist attraction, not necessarily what we're after. My personal opinion, the springs should have been more about the springs, and it was more about the kids being in the springs and the families, and just, it was chaos. So we decided to move 3 more hours. We come about 3.5 more hours to Moab, Utah. Guys, you'll be seeing videos of the mountains, you'll be seeing videos of the rock formations, you'll be seeing videos of the town. Later on, I'm going to take you through to the arches and you can check all that out. But this is the view we got right now. We're just riding around and kind of just seeing what we do, you know, riding around, doing what we do, seeing what we see. And this is the views we have. It's absolutely amazing here. There will be some drone footage of some certain spots that I can do it in. There's certain other spots that I cannot do it in. But this view is just awesome here. And the thing about it is, guys, regardless of where you go or what you see, it's all different. Around every corner, around every turn, it's all different. Moab is definitely, it's a tourist town also, I'm not going to lie. Of course it's going to be. You know, anything with any kind of views like this is obviously going to be tourist. But at the same time, it's not been overtaken. It's not commercialized. It's not about the money. And what I can also tell about Moab, it is definitely an Indian, Native American. It's all about the West. It's not so much like it was in Gunsmoke days. But guys, this is definitely a beautiful area. This is just one of the spots that I'm going to take you. And stay tuned. You know how we roll. We just keep on doing what we do. So let's get out of here. Welcome to Arches National Park in Moab, Utah. Yes, guys, I'm in Moab, Utah. This right here is pretty much where water and ice and extreme temperatures and underground salt movements created these sculptures. They're actually rock scenery sculptures in this national park. From what my understanding is, new features are being formed and old ones are being destroyed. Erosion and weathering work together and just create these dynamic landforms that gradually change throughout time. I mean, the last one that majorly took place was 1991. So these are constantly changing. And from what I've seen when we went through Moab in general, even though this part, all this section is the national park, all of Moab is pretty much exactly like this. No matter what road you take, what curve, it's all different. The land, the scenery, it all changes around it's just autumn. I can't even describe it, guys. There's no way to, unless you're there, there's no way to understand. But pretty much every curve is a change. It's just unreal. Definitely check it out if you ever get the time to go that direction. It's also, you guys know that we went and saw Jeep Invasion, a month ago? Well, Moab is a huge get together for Jeeps. They do rock crawling and all in the sand in the desert. I did not know that until we got there. There was also a ton of Jeeps. Even in some of these rock formations, guys, if you drive by them, some of them look like faces. I mean, how does that even happen? But it happens. They look like faces. Some look like people. Some look like chess pieces. It blows my mind. And if you'll see right here on the right, you can see as we're driving up to it, there's several rocks right here on your right. Well, what it is a rock on top of another rock, and it's called balanced rock. How cool is that? How does that even work? How does that even happen? But anyways, guys, watch the video, like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy it. I'll be back towards the middle of this and show you about the end of it. It's pretty cool. Keep watching. And this, guys, right here is the south window in the arches. There's all kinds of windows to see, look out of, and throw things, and yeah, well, it's beautiful here. Let's just put it that way. Hope you guys are enjoying it as much as as we are. Wish you were here, definitely. It sure, video and pictures and all that's not going to do it justice. This, guys, is a double arch. And this right over here is the ice cream that Mama likes to call it. You can definitely tell we haven't had any ice cream this trip. Everything Mama sees, she sees ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. This, guys, is called the Sand Dune Arch. Yes, we're driving through again. Yes, I'd imagine you probably want to see it all. But for us, we didn't have enough time to actually do all the things we wanted to do. So we kind of pick and chose which ones we wanted to stop and see. Which the first one that we actually stopped at was the windows. They were all kind of right there together so you could see them. But guys, there's multiple, I want to say probably 15 to 20 different viewpoints that you could look at. There's trails, there's hiking areas. I mean, you could be here for weeks if you really wanted to. But just look at those skies, how beautiful. Look at that ground where, I mean, you could just see how far out it goes. You can't really even tell where the sky meets the ground. Just one of the most beautiful areas I've ever seen in my life. And I truly, truly mean that. All right, guys, I'm going to shut up and let you watch the video. And this right here is called the Devil's Playground, or Devil's Garden, sorry. Another beautiful spot. Like I said, this is kind of the end of the road. You circle around here and then work your way back out. So. Smell like feet. Actually, I smell pine and I smell feet. Smells like my work boots. Like,
in the back of the car?
Well, that's actually not my work boots in the back of the car. That's my good boots. I'll be making fun of a man's boots now.
You're bad.
Well guys, this is going to be the conclusion of Moab. This has been absolutely amazing. Moab, Utah. Never been here before, but I'm definitely glad that I came here. We decided to come to Colorado, go to Colorado and do a few things. Stayed a week there, absolutely amazing. Utah looks more like what I actually thought Colorado was going to be. But it's just absolutely amazing. We're still, I guess, what you would call still in the Rockies. So, and if you guys haven't already seen or kind of figured it out, we're heading down and we're going to end up probably in the Grand Canyon. That's probably the gist of it. Going to finish it up probably there, and then start heading our way back home. Go through New Mexico and Texas, part of Texas, and just around back that way, maybe Arkansas. We'll just see how much time we got left. But got a few notes here that I actually want to, if you stop here in Moab, I don't know how you guys actually pronounce it, if it's Moab or Moab or however. But if you're here and you're here for early enough that you want breakfast, stop at the Jailhouse Cafe. They had great service. Their eggs was great. Their service was excellent. I mean, it was an awesome place to go to. Also, Moab in itself is just a beautiful place. There's not a bad view anywhere. But if you have the time, you have the money, definitely go to Arches National Park, or State Park, I believe, Arches State Park. I choked up a few times. The view is unreal. I can't even begin to describe it. I know the video's not going to be able to show it, but it's absolutely amazing. It makes me sit and wonder things about how the settlers in the day actually was able to even go through this terrain. It just makes you really understand, and we take so much for granted. They really had it tough. And until you actually see and come and see what this terrain is like and what things are like, you don't really understand. It's just beautiful here. If you've not noticed behind me, my motel is actually sitting over the bank right here. This is just one of the trails that's on the back side of my motel. Just figured I'd throw that out there. And also, we ate at Gloria's Cafe tonight. It was actually kind of a little Italian restaurant. That's what we ate, was spaghetti and meatballs. Their food was good also, service was well. I don't have anything bad to say about here. Like I said, definitely come and check this place out. Definitely take the trip if you can. If you can't, figure it out. Life's too short, guys. Life is just too short to have regrets of missing out on life. And I couldn't imagine being retired in my 60s and trying to hike some of this stuff. You're just gonna miss it. I mean, if you can do it now, at an earlier age, do it. Make the time. I'm telling you, just make the time. Don't regret your life. Sorry, wasn't trying to get sappy there, guys. It's just, I guess these views kind of make me that way. But anyways, guys, stay tuned. Like I said, we're gonna even head farther down. We're gonna make that jump to the Grand Canyon. So stay tuned. There might be other stops in between now and there. We are running out of time, so. But you know the deal, guys. You know, like always, like, share, and subscribe. And peace. I'm out. Now try to get down this mountain without trying to kill myself.